Hi, this is a quick video about hidden names in an Excel spreadsheet. I was reviewing a financial model today and I came across some links to external files and I said, why not share it with you? So I'm going to redo it now together with you. So I'm going to open the file. It's a solar project. And as you can see, when I open it, I receive a message saying that there are some links to external sources. Okay. So first I'm going to look at this. I'm going to just press on the update so that I can see where they're coming from. So as you can see, the links are coming from a Google Drive and which I don't have access to. So first I'm going to try to break it and I cannot break it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just remember some of the keywords in this. For example, it's Google Drive or Hediye, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for that keyword. I'm going to say, for example, Google, okay? I know that most probably in that worksheet which talks about the solar project, I won't have any words like Google unless it's linked to that external source. So I'm going to search for it, just try to find out. So as you can see, I put it as a workbook and it found so as you can see here, these all these inputs here, which are supposed to be hard-coded, are actually linked to some external sources. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to the Q&A worksheet and I'm going to say as a category, links to external sources. That's just the, I won't say mistake, but that's an issue that I have found, and I'm going to put the reference as well, and I'm going to send it to the financial modeler as a problem that needs to be solved in the next iteration of the model. Okay, so the reference and the issue, I'm just going to type links to external sources. Please remove in the next iteration of the FM. Okay, so that I know. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come, and because I don't have access to that file, so there is no need. If you want to do it on your own for your own purpose, you have both files together. But if you're sending it to someone else who doesn't have access to that folder or that file, then there is no need. So the one thing you can do before sending it to that person or to that party, you just hard code it as hard code it. Okay, so that's one thing you can do, is to just search for the keyword like Google Drive or whatever you have found as the external link. The other thing you can do is to use, of course, the generic macro. For those of you who are not familiar with the generic macro tool, is a tool developed by Professor Edward Bodmer. You can do lots of things with that, like coloring your workbook, formatting your inputs, formatting everything that you want, and some additions there. These are recent additions. One of them is to find and mark external links. Okay, so for example, if I press on it here when I'm on this worksheet, it's going to come and it's going to color code the links where I have cells with links to external sources. Is going to come and it's going to format them, as you can see here, with green in a different formatting, so I know exactly where the external sources are coming from. Okay, so these are the two things I wanted to mention here. So let's see that if I solve this problem, I'm gonna just copy and paste them as values and see if this problem is going to be solved. Okay, so I'm going to save it and I'm going to close it and see if I open it one more time. I want to see if the problem is solved or not. It seems that it's solved, okay? But am I sure? When you're doing the audit of a financial model, the first step, as I mentioned in my book called Financial Model Detective, the first chapter, I discuss about the mechanical checks that you need to do on a financial model. And one of the mechanical checks, this is my book, and if I am right, this should be in the season 1. I call it season instead of chapter. And in the second episode of season 1, I talk about in search for hidden things. So you need to have your loop and look for hidden things in a spreadsheet when you are doing your audit. And one of the things is hidden names, okay? And in this chapter, I talk about the hidden things that you can look for, like hidden worksheets, hidden columns, hidden rows, hidden objects, and one is hidden names. That's the topic that I want to discuss today using this example here. So as you have seen here, there were things that we can detect. There are other things that maybe you won't detect it. It will not come as a warning in Excel, but you need to maybe look for it under, for example, formulas. You have name manager. Okay, when I open it, I see that, oh, okay, look at this one, you know, this is like linked to some external file, okay, like this one, I need to delete it, okay, and these are linked to some external files, and this is not right, you know, either you reflect it in your input sheet, and you should not have these links to the external sources, you know, that's one of the financial modeling standards. So I'm going to come and I'm going to delete all those links, as you can see here. I can also filter it, but I think we are done. So as you can see here, there are no links to external sources. So I'm done, okay? So I'm going to close it and I'm going to save it, Control S if you're working on Windows. And is that it? That's the question. And I'm going to do the last step that I mentioned also in my book. I say for hidden names, although you look for hidden names or you look under the name ranges and everything. However, the one thing that I realized, and I also noticed in that specific file, that's why I want to show it to you today. There is a simple macro, which I show it here. It's a very simple macro which is going to even go beyond that, and there are some hidden names as well. So that macro, it's called ShowAllNames. Okay, it's a very simple code, as you can see here. It's just going to go through all the worksheet in your workbook, and it's going to check for any hidden names. Okay, let's see. I do it in all my models before sending it to anyone, or when I receive a financial model from someone. That's one of the things that I do. I just run this macro, and it's going to even maybe detect some hidden names. And if I go back, that's what I realized today. You see, I mean, although I deleted all the hidden ones, but there is all these junks which I don't know where they're coming from. You see all this, I don't know where they're coming from. They were not there when I when I run the macro. All these hidden names, which I have no idea where they're coming from, they are somewhere in the behind the scenes. And when I run the macro, they're gonna show up. Okay, so I need to detect these hidden names as well. And one way that I could figure out was to run this very simple macro. So I'm going to put the code in the comment below. And if you have any worksheet that you are auditing, make sure that you run this code in case, you know, I'm not saying that there is any kind of hidden names in your worksheet or in your workbooks, but just run it just in case there are some hidden names. Like in this case, as you have seen, there are all these hidden names that I couldn't detect them when I just opened the name manager in Excel. So now I can delete them, and I'm going to also put a comment in the Q&A, and I'm going to send it to the financial modeler, telling them that there are these hidden names and there are all these issues in the model, and they need to correct them in the next iteration of the financial model. So that's it for me now, and I'm going to put the link for the code and for my book as well, the Financial Model Detective book as well, in the comment down below. And I hope I see you next time. Bye.